Hey guys, Trevor with Shadow Systems, Technical Tuesday, and today we're going to talk about the new ACRO cut and 509T cut slides and guns that are going out into the market kind of nowish. We want to talk a little bit about why these optics make sense, and I really kind of want your opinion on them too. Are they going to be the new generation that sort of takes the place of the optics that we're familiar with already, or is this always going to be a smaller part of the market? What am I talking about? Well, the new optic cuts for the 509T and the ACRO, if you see a cover plate that looks like this with just one screw in it, you know you're dealing with either a 509T or an ACRO cut. What's the difference? Well, instead of there being a bunch of holes underneath there, there's just a rail, and that is what the optic's attached to. So when you pop this off, you'll see a rail that looks like this. It's direct mount, dedicated, either a 509 or an ACRO. They don't fit multiples anymore, and that's just the nature of the business with these kinds of optics. It needs to be dedicated, especially if you want a co-witness. There are some companies out there, I think, that are making adapter plates and stuff. We've experimented, and we just think for the kind of applications you'd have this optic for, it needs to be dedicated. So that's what we have. You do get a co-witness with both of these, and that's the basics of it, right? You just have this one single mounting point for both optics. The cover plate kind of pops over from one side to the other, and then you put your single screw in there. It's actually, I'm going to unscrew one of my things, dude. It's actually pretty hard to see in here with those on. So there. So that's how it attaches. Now, what is the deal with? By the way, whenever you put a screw into a hole, if you feel a little bit of resistance, stop what you're doing, and then just go full reverse all the way until you hear it kind of pop, and that will line it back up with the threads, and you'll never cross thread it that way. If I don't want to cross thread a screw, I always go hard reverse for a while, like all the way, and it will usually drop into position so that when you go back in, you won't cross thread. Little tip. All right. Here's what they look like. So you can see the big difference is there's a rear lens. Most of the optics you see on handguns have only one lens in the front. The difference is that rear lens is providing essentially protection for the emitter. So on one of these optics, way down deep inside there on the base is an emitter, whether it's this type or the conventional open arrangement that you normally see. And that emitter is projecting a dot onto the front lens. Same is happening here. The concern with the existing models is you get some dirt or mud or rain or whatever on top of that emitter, that little tiny window underneath there, and then you lose your dot. Or you get window, or you get rain or blood or whatever on the top. People always talk about blood. It's like, anyway. Or you get, let me get like chocolate. You smear chocolate on the lens. That's probably more realistic. And you then can't see your dot. So this does make sense. The problem is we just don't know how many of these we need to make. It's not really clear if the market is going to go toward these kind of optics or not. It does seem like the ACRO style cut is becoming a little bit of a de facto standard. There's the Steiner MPS also fits this cut, and so that may be the one that you see more commonly, but remains to be seen. So tell us what you think. Are you interested in optics of these kind? These slides are going to be out in the market. These guns, I should say, are going to be out in the market here shortly as elite models first, DR, MR, XR, and then we're going to kind of see where it goes. Maybe we branch out to other slide designs, TBD. Okay, that's what we have this week. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.